Hey guys, today we're going to take a pair of jeans like this and turn them into summer shorts. They're nice high-waisted jeans. They show off my waist and they hide my food baby, so I don't have to be worried about that. They're not tight around my thighs, which I love because I don't like things really tight on me, especially when it's hot out. These are a pair of shorts that I wore for the past couple of years. I've worn them so much that they're basically turning white, and I wanted a pair of nice dark denim like this. So hopefully you can stick around with me and we'll see how they come out. Here we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is take the pants that I have, lay them out nice and flat, and the shorts that I have, and lay them nice and flat right on top. You want to match the crotch area with the crotch area of the pants. So don't do it with the waist, because this is a high-waisted pair and this is not. So it's going to be like super short if you use it by the waist. Okay, line it up and just kind of put like a little line with the pen right where these shorts end, and I have 3 little lines. I don't know if you can see them very well, but I have 1, 2, and 3 right here. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is try these on and make sure that where I wrote it, it's gonna be a good fit for me. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but I have the line like right here, and that's a pretty good length for me. It's about right, it sits like right here. I'm gonna cut it just a little bit lower than that, and then try them on again and make sure that it's okay, because I don't want it to be too short. Okay, so this is where those 3 lines that I wrote are lining up. If you can see it, I don't know if you can, but it's totally not straight. It's going at an angle. So it's going from like a little bit lower here to higher up on the leg. I'm gonna go down about 1.5 inches, following that same line, and just mark a line on it. So hopefully you guys can see that. All right, now I'm gonna cut along that line. This is why good scissors really come in handy, because you don't want them to get stuck on the jean and then it messes up the line. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm gonna just line up the other side and make sure that everything is totally even. So for right now, 32 centimeters. Okay. And so it should be around that spot right here. Alright, line everything up, and then you can go for the other side. Remember, I added on about 1.5 inches. Just in case it is too short, I have some space and room to work with because I didn't chop off all the fabric all at once. Yeah, okay. Alright. And you're gonna want to go back and kind of like fix these edges. You can see how it's not like even right here. Alright, I'm gonna go try these on. I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the length after I cut it the first time. I'm really glad I added that little bit of room, because if not, these would have been super short and I would be really uncomfortable wearing them. I'm happy with the way they look right now, but I'm either going to kind of fray the ends to give it that distressed look, or I'm going to roll up the legs. I'm not really sure which one to do, so I can honestly do both and just see how I like it. And if I really don't like it rolled up, I can just unroll it. So that's the magic of having your own jean shorts that you're making. You can kind of make it to the way you want it. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to fray them. I'll show you guys how to do that right now, and then I'll roll them up if I want to. Okay, so now that I've tried them on and I know I'm going to distress the bottom of these, I'm going to take a cheese grater. I got this one at Goodwill for $1.49. It's broken on the top, so you kind of have to be careful with these because they're super sharp, but I didn't want to use the one I use for the house for like these crafty kind of things. So So all you're gonna do is just take the bottom. I'm kind of holding it down with my leg so that it can give me some tautness. And I'm gonna take the finest milled cheese grating area and kind of just go over it back and forth so it'll pull out those threads. You see how it's starting to kind of distress it? So you just go over and over and over the area that you want distressed until you like the way it looks. Just be careful with your hands because this thing will cut you and you're going to end up having to go to the hospital and it's not going to be fun. Okay, so you can see the difference from one side to the other. I don't like this like cut look. It looks like I just lopped off the jean material and decided to run outside with it. So this kind of gives it a more finished look, in my opinion. Although I don't like these super long strings because I feel like spiders are rolling up my leg or whatever. Not rolling, what am I saying? Crawling up my leg. So I'm gonna just cut those off and kind of leave them a little bit long, but not super long. And you can keep going if you want, however much you want. You can also kind of take it in a bunch like this and just go back and forth. Just be careful of your hands. Make sure there's enough space right here in between your hand and where you're going to be cheese grating because you don't want to cut yourself. This is actually working out a lot better, so I suggest you do it that way instead of the first way I did it. Okay, so here you go, some frayed edges. And once you wash it, it's gonna come out even more. If you wanna take like a pair of tweezers or just your fingernails and kind of just pull, excuse me, kind of just pull on the strings to make sure that they get loose in there. And then we can go to the other side. So I'm gonna pause it and then come back when I'm done with this side. Okay guys, so I actually had to go outside because there were so many jean fibers like floating around. It was making my dog and me sneeze. Like it's all over the place. It's all over me. Anyways, so these are the jeans that I did. They kind of got more distressed than I told you guys to do. I'm going to cut some of these strings off because it's going to bother me a lot. But I kind of distressed like the top of these pockets to give it more of a worn-in look. And then I did a little bit on the front right here just to give it kind of a little bit of something different to look at instead of it just being plain like flush jean. If you want to give it a little bit more of a look of distress, take your jeans and you can, I'm just going to do it on the same side. You can put like a little cut in it, like right, I'm just going to go right over where I was already doing it. So I just have like a little tiny cut and then you go over that. Just don't cut your fingers, people. Anyways, just go right over that and it'll kind of do the same effect that you did on the bottom where it pulls out the fibers and it'll give it a more distressed look. That's not as bad as the bottom is. Whew. Anyways, okay, so here we go. So you can see it has like a little bit more of a distressed look. So I'm gonna go try these on and we'll see how they came out. Hey guys, so this is the final look I came up with. I think that they are the perfect length for me. They're a little bit short, but they are still very conservative. I'm a mom, so I don't want to be showing everything all the time. If I do want them to be a little bit shorter though, I can just always roll up the hems and it makes them a little bit sexier, I guess, if you want that look. If not, you know, you just keep them rolled down, which is totally fine too. I think they look super cute and polished, and especially with a belt, it kind of ties everything together. This with maybe a pair of like high top shoes or sandals or something would be super cute, and it would fit the aesthetic of today's trends. So I hope you guys had a great time making these shorts, and happy summer!